sigh of relief for many Cold Lake residents. They'll finally see an affordable housing complex completed after sitting unfinished for over 2 years. As Clayton Brown explains, the project was started by the Cold Lake Affordable Housing Society, but was quickly stalled after the main contractor went into receivership.
It's been 4 months since the Cold Lake Affordable Housing Society made a plea for help in hopes to finish construction of a new complex. Finally, it looks as though the building will be completed.
It's a proposal put forward to the city by Alberta Municipal Affairs that brings in a third party that would be able to finish off the project.
Liens were put on the complex after tradespeople weren't getting paid by Barcana. The Affordable Housing Society since had to step back after going through all their funding to cover carrying costs.
It will still be an affordable housing project. It may not be in the form of a rental project, it may be in the form of a condominium project, but the affordability factor will still remain.
It's rumored Habitat for Humanity is being brought in to finish the project, but city officials aren't ready to confirm who the third party is.
We're not prepared to note that at this point in time. We're waiting for a formal announcement through the province.
The Cold Lake Affordable Housing Society originally had intended to allot space for extra housing in the building for the Dr. Margaret Savage Crisis Center. City officials say that won't change.
Municipal Affairs has indicated that that commitment still has to be maintained. So there's a fourth floor part of the development that was set aside.
The project is expected to be completed by the end of the year. In Cold Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
When parenting a child with special needs, moments of downtime can be few and far between. The one Lloydminster mom you're about to meet knows this all too well. She's now dedicating her time to make things easier on families similar to her own. Kelsey Bloxham explains.
Now 12 years old, Patrick has taken huge strides, overcoming the many challenges that come with autism, thanks in part to his loving mom.
He has what's known as classic autism. He was nonverbal until he was about 4 years old when we finally got some language out of him. He's somewhat destructive to our house, and so there's, writing on the walls.
Belland is now in the process of developing Snowflake House, a temporary respite center not only for families with autistic children, but with other special needs as well.
I'm hearing that they've been fielding phone calls like on a fairly regular basis that is there any type of temporary respite available, and so yeah, we've had huge support in that regards that this is a real need that needs to be filled.
The home will allow parents and their children a fun, safe, secure place to escape for a few nights or a few weeks and provide a system of support within the community.
There are a whole lot of parents out there who know so much about the disability that their children have, and so to have a place for everybody to share that knowledge is really important as well.
Her vision is still at least a year or two from becoming reality. A meeting for anyone interested in getting involved will be held at the beginning of next month. Kelsey Bloxham, Newcap News.
The reigning international champs of the stock market game are right here in the border city. While trying to keep their title this year, middle schoolers at ES Laird and Bishop Lloyd are adding a new twist. We find out just what it is in this week's Beyond the Classroom.
This is what the students would see when they come during class.
This isn't your typical classroom, and these aren't your typical students. But these parents are learning a thing or two about how to play the stock market and hopefully win big.
It's a little bit of a game of Russian roulette. You don't know what's going to happen, but you hope for the best.
Although winning in this class doesn't constitute a cash payout, parents here are taught by their own tech-savvy kids.
All of what I've learned goes into the stock market, and I've learned how to properly buy things and what I want to buy and how all that works.
Lloydminster middle schools have been taking part in the stock market game for the past 2 years now, but this is the first time parents have been invited to buy in.
I was probably asked about half a dozen times last year, what is this stock market thing that you are doing with our students? Can you teach us?
Each parent-kid duo has their own strategy.
With Easter coming up, we've kind of researched some chocolate companies.
But Mr. Barry will only reveal one trick of the trade.
Buy when it's low and sell when it's high.
For these parents, it's all about learning how. They're looking to gain some real-world math knowledge and, in the future,
maybe make some money as well.
Get your questions about college answered during program information sessions at Lakeland College. There are sessions running throughout March. Learn more at lakelandcollege.ca/info sessions.
Tobacco lobbyists are trying to get addicts to kick the nick by nixing the flavor. It's called the Flavor Gone campaign, and it's trying to rid Lloydminster of flavor in tobacco products. William Robertson has the story.
The use of tobacco products among youth has increased since the introduction of candy-like flavors. This has led to the Flavor Gone campaign being launched, but with a new twist.
We had high school students and grade 7 students. They were part of a competition to create a postcard that talked about why flavored tobacco is dangerous. And so today we're unveiling the postcard and kicking off our postcard campaign.
The program is being introduced to rid the sale of all flavored tobacco products in Canada. The palatability of the different flavors is geared towards youth.
Saskatchewan and Alberta have higher than the national average for tobacco use among young people, considerably higher. I believe the national average is about 12%. I think Alberta is about 17%, and Saskatchewan is 20%, so that is considerably higher. And a lot of people don't realize the different flavors that chewing tobacco comes in. You can get cherry or vanilla, strawberry, tutti frutti. I mean, these are candy flavors.
The Lloydminster Action for Tobacco Reduction team will work in partnership with schools to rid the province of flavored tobacco.
We work to ensure that we go beyond eliminating smoke in the vehicles to this campaign, where the flavored chew tobacco certainly is, presenting itself almost as the poster the successful candidate portrayed. Is you can't distinguish the chew tobacco from the candy.
To help remove flavored tobacco products in Canada, visit flavorgone.ca to sign the petition. William Robertson, Newcap News.